Okay guys, I'm back again with another video using the same image. In the first video I did this with just embossing it with clear embossing powder and some foil, and it turned out great. If you missed that video, click up here in the eye for more information and there will be a link to that video. And then I did it with white embossing powder. Well, I first did it with clear embossing powder and it was a mistake. So now we're gonna fix it. But I did this video with Ken Oliver Color Burst and Metallics. If you wanna see this video, click up there in the eye. I love the way this turned out. I think it is so pretty. Okay, so here's my accident. I'm gonna work with the Color Burst and I'm gonna add more color to it just because I kind of gave up on this one because I didn't like how it was going underneath the paper, and because I used clear embossing, you can see through it and you can see the paper's discolored. We're gonna use a little color burst. And then I'm gonna use Gina K Fancy Foils and this wild lilac color, and that's gonna be perfect. So we're gonna put the foil on top of here and send it through the laminator. And so everything that you see here, all the embossing, will be wild lilac, and it's gonna be so pretty. And I'm gonna follow a tip Julie gave me in the comments on my video. Make sure you guys read the comments that other people have done and add your own comments. And if you have any tips or tricks, leave them down below.
You are watching Melody Lane. With me, you're gonna have a great crafting time.
But first, I want to add a little more color to this. So I'm going to play with these to start with. Laminator's warming up. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the Color Burst. Top of some of that purple because I'm going to be using purple foil. All right, let's see what this does. We're just going to spray it with some water. Oh, look how beautiful it is. Isn't it beautiful? Woohoo! Use my heat gun to dry this a little quicker. In the last video I let it air dry. I'm gonna use a paper towel. I'm gonna add a little bit of some more violet. I love the way that looks over there. Might add some of the metallic sky. These are drops. Doesn't take much. That was really too much probably. And I'm just gonna let it drip around. So now I'm gonna take pieces and just let it soak up a little bit of the water. We need a little more green over here. Okay, I want to make sure this is completely dry. And then I'm just spraying a little water on here and I'm going to wipe this off so there isn't any of the powder or color on top of the embossing powder. Wipe it again with the dry paper towel. Now, we are totally experimenting. I've never done this before. I found my parchment paper. First, the tip was to put a piece of cardstock underneath to give it a little bit more support, but actually this is watercolor paper, so I used Ranger watercolor paper for this, for all of these with the Color Burst. Let's use some Gina K Wild Lilac. So I'm gonna cut this just to cover that up. Covers that up. Fold this over. Okay. Send it in the laminator. Okay, do a drum roll. I like to press this on. I have no idea if it helps or not. And it's warm. I think I want to wait until it cools. I really don't know if that does anything either, but in my head it does. Oh, cool. It's not totally on there. And that could be because of the embossing. It's really pretty though. I think I'm gonna try to send it through again and see what happens. Now let's see if I should take it off hot. Okay, looks like there's a little more on there. It's pretty. It's much prettier than it was. I think it's the embossing powder wetting it so much, because this one I did wet so much. But I still think it's pretty. It has more of a distressed look. And I could put this on here. Here's my card. I think I like it. I think it's a distressed look. So I'm gonna go ahead and use it with my art glitter glue. So here are my 3 cards. This one is foiled with watercolor foil. This one is just embossed with white embossing powder and use the Ken Oliver Color Burst. And then this one is done with the Ken Oliver Color Burst and foil. I really like them all. If you want to learn how I customize this image in Cricut Design Space, there's a video for that, and I'll put that up in the cards. Click the little eye. And all of the videos for all of these cards will be there. And there will be a link in the description for the supplies that I've used. All right guys, thanks for watching. And here's a shout out to a few of the people who support me on Patreon. Thanks guys. Joyce, Ken's Creations, Diona, Connie, Carol, Lynn, Jason, Dorothy, Carol, Michelle, Margaret, Florence, Robin, Debbie, B, Peggy, Sharon, Janelle, Leslie, April, Karen, Regina, Cheryl, Nettie, Amanda, Jane, Sally, Judith, Joyce, Catherine, Shannon, Deborah, Janet, Karen, Rose, Nala, Diana, and Angela. Thanks, guys.
You are watching Melody Lane. With me, you're gonna have a great crafting time.